If you have heard of New York City in the 1980s, then you must be interested in the city's rich history and how it has transformed over the years. Do you remember what New York City looked like in the early 1980s? It was a time when the city was on the edge of transformation, a time when its character was still very much intact. In the early 1980s, New York City was a place like no other. It was a time when the city was still finding its footing, a time when it was both edgy and dangerous, yet filled with character. The city had a unique charm that has since been buried by big money and development. These old photographs capture a time when New York City was on the cusp of change, a time when it was still holding on to its distinctive character. The photos in this album, Come Feel the Noize, take us back to the early 1980s, a time when parts of Manhattan looked semi-derelict. They offer a glimpse into a city that was vibrant and alive, yet struggling with its own challenges. The photographer's first visit to Manhattan in 1982 allowed him to capture moments that are now frozen in time, showcasing a city that was both beautiful and gritty. The photos tell a story of a bygone era, an era when hanging out in Greenwich Village record stores, braving the subway, and watching movies at St. Mark's Cinema were part of everyday life. These images evoke memories of a city that was alive with energy and creativity, a city that was on the verge of a major transformation. New York City in the early 1980s was a place where change was inevitable. It was a time when the city was constantly evolving, yet still holding on to its unique identity. The city was a melting pot of cultures, ideas, and people, creating an atmosphere that was unlike any other. As we journey through these old photographs, let's savor the history and immerse ourselves in the images. Let's reminisce about a time when New York City was on the brink of change, a time when its character was still very much alive. The most exciting part is still ahead, so let's immerse ourselves in the images and reminisce about that era.